am Toastmaster Nisha Gandhi from the Dubai Toastmasters Club, Area 20, Division B, District 105. As we celebrate our 25th anniversary on 9th April this year, we have invited a few stalwarts of the Dubai Toastmasters Club for a brief interview to discuss their journey with the club. Let's extend our warm welcome to distinguished Toastmaster Uma Radhakrishnan for a session today. DTM Uma, a Toastmaster since the year 2000, was the region advisor of Region 11 in Toastmasters International, serving Europe, Middle East, and Africa in 2012-2013, and was the Chief Ambassador of Pathways for District 20 and District 105. She was the first lady District Governor of GCC, Jordan, and Lebanon of reforming District 79 in the year 2010. She was the LGET and LGM in the preceding years. She was one of the official brand ambassadors of TMI in 2011-2012 and the recipient of the Presidential Citation Award for outstanding contributions to Toastmasters International in 2013. She has also served on International Leadership Committee, Region Advisor Selection Committee, and the Region Advisor Marketing Toolkit Committee. On professional front, Uma is the Managing Director of UV Consultants and a licensed behavioral trainer, NLP master practitioner, and coach focusing on emotional intelligence and positive psychology. We're absolutely delighted to have you on board for today's session, Uma. So let's begin.
Yes, thank you, Nisha. Ready to go.
Dubai Toastmasters Club is celebrating its 25th year of existence. How do you feel about that?
Well, obviously, pride, joy, and you belong to one of the legacy clubs in, let's say, the district itself. So it is with immense pride and joy that, you have 25 years is quite a milestone. And I would say that, Dubai chapter, I wouldn't even say in existence. It's been a vibrant club. So it's not in existence at all. It has been making a difference for 25 years.
Can you take us through your journey with the club?
Yeah, sure. In fact, actually, I started my Toastmastering journey in Kuwait. That was in 2000, and then did a couple of years there and moved to Dubai in 2003, early January. And I knew where to go. I zeroed in on the Dubai chapter because my brother was with the club at the time. And so it was it was quite natural. And he used to come all the way from Abu Dhabi, and it was the most elite club, despite the fact that there were many clubs there. In fact, I had recommended the Dubai chapter to him, and he used to take that, come all the way 1.5 hours. And it was such a vibrant club. And the first time I came into the meeting itself, I was kind of floored. I knew why people were talking about the Dubai chapter. And the year I came in, which is 2003, 2004, I took on as Assistant VP Education. Vinod Mehra, if you remember, was the VP Education at the time. I'm sure that you have seen that in the annals of the club.
The actor Vinod Mehra? Are we talking about
history? You must have read up. And that was a defining experience because Vinod Mehra is a person who lets you do things. So I had hands-on practice as to how to become a VP Education. So which is why it was an easy graduation to VP Education the next year, then the president the following year, and then it went on till, reached the district. So it was quite a beautiful journey. I would think Dubai chapter is what changed my life.
Can you take us through your journey in the Toastmasters Club, Dubai Toastmasters Club?
Sure, Nisha. In fact, I started out in Kuwait, Toastmastering journey. I cut my teeth in the Kuwait Toastmasters Club. And what happened is we moved to Dubai in 2003, early 2003. And in fact, I was very aware of what the Dubai chapter is and what it stands for, since I had met Lucky Savlani and all earlier. And in fact, I had recommended, my brother was a member of the club. He used to travel all the way from Abu Dhabi at the time. And it was so natural for me and my husband, both of us joined the Dubai chapter. And since then, there's been no looking back, because as soon as I came in, which was in 2003, I took on the role of an assistant VP education. Vinod Mehra was the VP Education at the time. And he was a very, what shall I say, good leader in terms of he used to let us do stuff, and that's how you learn. And that was a very defining thing for me, a moment for me in the Dubai chapter, because I learned through that leadership opportunity. And the next year, I became the VP Education, then the president, then took on as area governor. And it was Dubai chapter that groomed me in my leadership journey.
How has the association with Toastmasters helped you in your personal and professional life?
See, on a personal level, I mean, I'm sure that everyone can relate to this. It's made me a better human being. Because you talk about all this communication and leadership skills, but ultimately it all boils down to the fact that how good are you as a person? And in Toastmasters, it teaches you, you know, the power of serving. When somebody else, a mentee comes up and asks you a call or an invitation for help, I'm listening to my inner calling primarily there. Yeah, how much I give, it's not like an observer, I'm just giving. So I feel that that has made me a better person. And on a professional front, I mean, leadership skills galore, you know, it is like making tough decisions, conflict resolutions, you know, offering encouragement, motivation, even grooming your children. Toastmasters helps you because listening skills, all that, it revolves around a host of leadership skills that actually defines you as a person.
Can you tell us about the people who have influenced you in your Toastmasters journey? Who was your mentor, and any particular learning that you cherish till date?
Yeah, when you talk about people who have influenced me, it is plenty. In fact, when I came into the Dubai chapter, we had on the leadership front, you know, brilliant leaders. We had Lucky Savlani, we had Samir Bansal, we had Rupa Vinod, Colonel Murad. All of them were already there in the chapter, and they were brilliant leaders. So I was kind of emulating them, you know, because you're in awe of their leadership. And when you talk about speaking skills, we had someone called Loy Masida, who he's not in Dubai right now, but brilliant speakers. So you were looking at them and wanting to be like them. So they have changed my life in a big way. And as far as mentoring goes, I've had an in-house mentor all the time, because both of us, my husband and I, were Toastmasters. And in Kuwait, he was my mentor at the time, because when I was on my P1, he was on P8. So he had a bit of experience there. And he is a very beautiful evaluator. So he pinpoints actually, you know, how it should be. And I have taken some really valuable lessons from his mentorship, because I remember the time, you know, when I used to write down my speeches, not even type them. So because I'm a very kinesthetic person, and when I write down my speeches, they were like my crutch. I had to have everything word for word, because I liked the way I used to write, and I couldn't, you know, miss out on any word here or a brilliant word according to me that I had put in there. And then what happened is I bombed royally in one of the speeches, and he said, do one thing, write your speeches, but before you go down there, tear it up. And that's been the biggest learning for me. Since then, I have not relied on the notes at all. It is, you know, it's nice when you can lip sync to your thoughts. So it's in a good congruence, it happens. So that's the learning that I've had from my mentor. His name's R.K. Nair, by the way.
Every club has its own speciality, a culture that it brings with it. So is there anything that you've seen that is unique to our club?
Of course, because I don't think there are many clubs in existence which can boast about the pedigree that we have. You know, if you look at it, it's got class. It's a classy club. Wherever you visit, any club that you visit, and I'm sure that this is being attended by several Toastmasters, but we are the mother club, and we have set an example that pedigree, you know, it shines through. So I would think that that is our legacy, and that is unique about us. We have our experienced people, we have our greenness as well. People like, the youngsters who come in with add so much value. So we have a good balance between experience as well as, the novelty or the newness aspect. So I find that very endearing in our chapter.
Absolutely right, Uma. What is the best memory that you associate with our club?
See, there has been several, in the sense, even sitting down and having a meeting itself, you have all smiling faces. It's fun to be with our club. If you're talking about the entertainment perspective, we have had a few outings, the first June dinner that we had, that was the time I really got to know about, how cool some of our members can be. So it has been very tender moments, mentorship that I've received from so many Toastmasters like Arshad Hussain. And in fact, he is a person who made me believe that it is possible for me to, walk the extra mile and become a trainer even. He used to say always that you have that international quality about you, try out training. And I used to be in awe, watching him do educational sessions, and the encouragement and the motivation that you have had from seniors like that, beautiful. That is what I carry with me, that very tender feelings when we think about that.
Do you have a message to the newcomers of TTC?
Yes, grabbing every opportunity, first off, it's important. Giving all you've got, putting everything that you've got is important. Spacing yourself out is important, because eventually when you put in several years into Toastmasters, it should not be that it's a grind, So it cannot be, you can't be burned out. It has to sustain. So as the years catch up in Toastmasters, sometimes it's very easy to become complacent. I know it because I have been complacent. I've been taking on roles outside the club, but not necessarily within the club, because I'm never able to attend all the meetings even. So, but if you space yourself out and make sure that you seek out new opportunities, probably, seek out new experiences, that would keep it green. And this is my message out for the younger members, because you need to space it out. I've seen so many of them grabbing everything together so fast, so soon, and after some time, it's going downhill. It becomes, too much to handle. So that is my message out to them.
Uma, welcome to the rapid fire round. I'll be asking you a few questions now, which can be answered in a word or a sentence spontaneously.
Sure.
So let's begin.
I hope they are very comfortable questions.
They're very easy, fun questions, Uma. I know that you'll enjoy them. What's your favorite book?
Book? I couldn't pinpoint a favorite, but then I would say that Alchemist, I've enjoyed Alchemist. Paulo.
Are you a morning person or a night person?
I used to be a morning person. I could get up at any time, not anymore. I guess it's the age catching up.
What is that something that you can do?
You can't?
You can't do.
I cannot do.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't sit through, let's say, a sad movie without crying. I'm known to wear my emotions on my sleeve, actually. Some of my close friends in Toastmasters, they know that.
What is that one thing that looks exciting this year?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to, because that's an easy question. I'm looking forward to becoming a grandma, and it's happening next month or maybe sooner.
Who's the boss at home? Is it you or your spouse?
Always me. Always me. But that's what, you like to think that it's always you. But it's been a beautiful journey. It's 33 years. So, you can't boss around that much. It's practically an extension of you.
What is that first thing you do to start your day?
Yeah, because we are into yoga and meditation. So taking deep breaths is the first thing we do, so that, I like to align myself to the day. So sitting up, and the best moment is sitting down with a cup of tea and just staring into space. And I love greenery around me. So I just love just staring at the garden, just being one. That's the time I observe the birds and the bees and the butterflies, and it's beautiful. That kicks off my day.
That's
On
the most
retrospect, actually, I make my bed.
Right. I think that's a very beautiful way to start your day, yoga and meditation.
Oh, yes.
One word that comes to your mind when you think about Toastmasters.
I would say gratitude is what comes in my mind whenever I think of Toastmasters, and I have to, send out positive vibes and, deep gratitude to Dr. Ralsei Smedley, without whom two people actually, Dr. Ralsei Smedley for starting out Toastmasters, and Helen Blanchard for getting the ladies onto the platform. So without both of them, we wouldn't be where we are right now.
With that, we come to the end of the rapid fire round, Uma, and the interview. So thank you so much for your time today and for your immense contribution to the club. And we wish you the very best, and we hope to see you again in our sessions.
Yes, we are looking forward to it, Nisha. And thank you very much. You guys are taking so much trouble, and I'm sure that it's going to be a brilliant session. Looking forward to it.
Thank you, Uma. Thank you.